Good morning to one and all. Myself Gitanjali from Inqui, product specialist from Inqui. So our mission is to nurture the problem solving capacity in the next generations and unlock the hidden innovators in India. So what do I mean when I say unlocking hidden innovators and why it matters? Who innovates determines what problems get solved. I repeat, who innovates determines what problems get solved. So there is a study which says children from high income families are more likely to become the inventors. So all privileged students are having that exposure towards innovation and are more likely to become innovators. So who are left out now? All the marginalized students, first gen learners, and non academic students who are overlooked even though they are potential in problem solving skills. So that is what we are trying to build an inclusive innovation pipeline which creates that exposure towards innovation to everybody from different communities. So let's meet one such marginalized student, Raj Shekhar, who is a 12-year-old student, grade 7, studying in Telangana Government School. So when we look at his academic details, like his bottom 10 from his class, low attendance, less score, and his literacy levels are low. So this traditional indicator says he can't be an innovator. But surprisingly, he is the one who has invented a device to protect the crops from wild animals called Smart Animal Repellent Device. And we even filed a patent for his idea. Imagine a 7th grade student holding a patent. So this says all the traditional indicators have failed. So what's something hidden there? His hidden strength of problem solving skill is not recognized and identified. So, with the right exposure to innovation and mentorship support, we can enable students like Raj Shekhar to become innovators. So, that is what we do at Infilab. We try to build the inclusive innovation pipeline in 3 layers. We first nurture the students to think, create, and solve problems through various programs we do in classrooms. And we then identify their skill set and assess them with multiple signal points. And then we support them by connecting them to mentors or opportunities and with resources. So, as part of nurturing, we help them in building this 21st century skills and make them practice the problem solving through real world problems. Once the people come into our applications, come into our programs, that's when we get their portfolio, assess their abilities and skill set, and then see the intent and the motive of them towards this innovation journey. And we ensure that inclusivity is maintained when we are trying to identify them. Once we identify the students, that's when we understand what support is needed to them and we connect them to that respective high impactful pathways. That's how, with this approach, we could identify many such hidden innovators through various programs that we do across India. And these people are solving the real world problems. So, as I mentioned, we do programs across India. So, there are school integrated programs which are offline programs that we do, and we have touched 3 lakh students through this. And we do blended programs which are online and offline across India, and we have touched 2.5 million students with partnership of Ministry of Education, UNICEF, and many other partners. So as you see the numbers here, these programs bring a lot of innovations by the end. So the volumes are huge. The ideas we get by the end of the programs is huge. So last year we had 3 lakh ideas coming in. So evaluating all of it and identifying the proper innovations in students is something the next step, right? So that's where we have found an issue. So this is one of the program School Innovation Marathon which I'm talking about, the 3 lakh ideas. And let me take a subset like 10,000 ideas which needs 10 mentors and needs 6 to 8 weeks of time to manually evaluate it, and per idea it was costing 15 rupees, that is 1.5 lakhs for complete 10,000 ideas. But the volume is still big, it's 3 lakh. So even after spending this much time, amount and money, everything, still the efficiency of the evaluation is inconsistent. And evaluators, experts, for evaluating 3 lakh ideas, we need more experts, like 100 evaluators, and it's very difficult to identify them. And there's no feedback also closed for the student. So considering this as a problem, that we understood no scalable, consistent and feedback driven evaluation system exists. That's where, with support of AI cohort, we could build AI-powered evaluation pipeline, which is a two-layered pipeline. So all the ideas coming from the students will be in different formats, text, images, PDFs, and in different languages. So everything is put as an input into this pipeline, where the level 1 is about the initial gateway, which screens the ideas with two rubrics, that is topic relevance and duplicate deduction. So it first sees whether submission is valid or it's some random data that's submitted. So based on the relevance, it accepts the idea and moves to the next stage. If it finds it irrelevant, it rejects the idea and it's knocked out from this pipeline. Coming to duplicate deduction, so there are many innovation challenges conducted in many years. So we have collected all that data and have a knowledge bank where we are now comparing this new submission with the previous ideas that we have got from various students in various programs and seeing if this is a duplicate submission. Then comes the next step, that is level 2, which is a deep level of evaluation where we are scoring and giving the feedback to this idea. So scoring rubric has 5 parameters: novelty, usefulness, feasibility, scalability, and sustainability, where we are scoring it on the scale of 1 to 10. Followed by the feedback in the sandwich method, where it includes the trigger questions to the students, which will help them improve their idea further. So to build this complete pipeline, we have chosen a simple approach. First, we have collected a sample data set. Then we started sitting with the core team at Inqui who were doing this manual evaluation since years. I sat with them. We were defining this rubric for each layer. After defining, we were building the prompts for it. Then we have inputted it to the system. We have generated the AI output, and we have taken that back to the core team to validate every AI response and see if they are accepting it or rejecting the response. So we kept on iterating this to improve the system, and finally, once we have standardized, that's when we have piloted it on 1,000 ideas. So this is the console where we have tested the 1,000 ideas, where first we configure the level 1, which is topic relevance and duplicate deduction, as I mentioned. So I have already inputted the prompts in it. Then I configure the level 2. What is the rubric, what is the scoring parameter, what is the feedback rubric, all the prompts are inputted, and the output format is also set, what all columns I need in the output. And then I also choose the model. And next I choose the post-processing, what I need apart from this rubric. I might have a result with a column called total score. I might want to sort it out. So post-processing is also configured. And the final result, something looks like this. So we have the inputted ideas, and the final columns, you can see here the level 1 topic relevance. It's accepting ideas, it's rejecting the ideas, followed by the duplicate deduction, whether it is unique or overlapped or it's vague idea. It is giving the verdict, and followed by scoring. If you see if there is any idea that's rejected, you can't see the next response for it. So it's knocked out from there. And it's giving the scoring for each parameter along with the reason why is AI scoring like this, and also the idea of feedback. So feedback is again multilingual here based on the submission language. The feedback is in that language. So we have tested this out on ground. How is AI helping with this feedback to the students? That's where this is one of the example where student has actually submitted and we have processed it through the pipeline. So this is one submission where they wanted to, students wanted to solve a traffic police problem. So they were very creative. They wanted a gun with few buttons which can handle traffic lights, so that it helps the policeman is what they thought. So once I process this, this is what the scoring and the feedback the system has given. Looking at the questions, how does this reduce the problem of the police? What happens when we click the buttons? And who controls the time, and how is the emergency handled? Looking at these trigger questions, that's when students have improved their idea, thinking on this, how to solve all of it. That's when they have introduced a vehicle density sensor which detects the density and adjusts the signal timing automatically, and also they have included the emergency override. So the initial idea and the AI output feedback has now helped in improving the idea of the students. So this system has impacted on students is what this proves. Coming to the system improvement. So this was before when I was discussing about the problem. Now what did it do to the system? So for the same set of 10,000 ideas, now the mentors required are significantly less. 2 to 3 is enough. Now it's just within few hours we are able to evaluate these ideas. It was weeks before. Now we are able to give the feedback, and the cost has significantly gone down, 3 to 4 rupees per idea. So this is really solving a problem of Inqilab's use case. So this says yes, the system is working and it's on the right track that we are building. So coming to the pilot results. So as I said, the 1,000 ideas pilot is done and we have received the validation response, and it's more than 80% is what the human acceptance rate is, and there were feedbacks on it. So all the core team has mentioned topic relevance, scoring and feedback system is super strong, and the improvements are needed in the duplicate detection side, which we are considering to further improve. So our next steps would be to take it live in district level to national level by February. This year also we are having the School Innovation Marathon happening, where last year, as I said, we have received 3 lakh ideas. We are expecting the same amount of ideas and even more actually. So we will be piloting it nationally and testing it live. And for further enhancements, as I mentioned, we consider this feedback. Plus, we wanted to even ensure the system supports voice and video assessment and build some analytical dashboards for this. So, having said that, I would like to open the platform for questions. Thank you.